So thank you, Myrna Moffat, for your time today. And
Anything for
you
you.
are a my aunt. So you're a teacher, you're a high school teacher at Kennedy Catholic High School, correct?
Yes, correct.
In the Spanish department. So awesome. You are a representative user of our user population today, so we really appreciate your time. And we're just going to share a few designs with you and set up the scenario and then basically just get your feedback. So,
Okay.
looking forward. Do you have any questions before we begin?
No, if I have any need for help, I'll just ask. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. As we go, definitely. Okay, so I'm going to share the design in just 1 second. I'm going to share the scenario with you first. So you are teaching a class and you have a few different lessons that you've been teaching. So now it's time to do the grading. This app is all about helping you grade your assignments. So, and these are also very simple assignments just for the purposes of this app. So
Okay.
it is time to review Kelly's progress of lesson number 4. And I can repeat any of this to you as we go, by the way. So I'm
Hmm.
looking for you to approve or reject her assignment, basically, and give her feedback. Seem pretty straightforward?
Okay. Yes.
All right. I'm going to put my screen on. So, just by the way, I am in an application called Sketch, so everything around it is the application. We're just going to zoom into the design that I want you to focus on here. Oops, that's actually not even the right one. This one is. All right, we're going to start right here. So the One Summer Chicago is, for all intents and purposes, the organization you represent.
Okay.
All right, so before you kind of dig into the scenario, I just want to give you a chance to look around, to get used to the interface, and just kind of walk me through what you see.
Um, is it? It's like a rubric for
Yeah, which
um, for different students, right? For my classroom, which has the different students, and you're using Grade Wizard. We use. Um, is that something that um, is like a grading program
Yeah, that's our thoughts, and so we'd love to hear more from you of kind of maybe what your expectations would be on that.
on the Grade Wizard?
Yeah.
Okay. So the ready for review, the number is 6, right? And so those are like
Uh-huh.
6 different categories that I would need to look at.
Um,
Is,
Possibly, yeah. So again, I don't want to kind of bias you in the app. So I think I would like to hear just kind of what your thoughts are. It doesn't matter like kind of our intention, but just what you expect it or what you think best guess is good.
okay. So this looks like assignments that the teacher needs to review in Grade Wizard, the 6.
Okay.
Well, the 6 categories. There's 6 categories to review in each of the either 6 assignments or 6 categories of a certain assignment. But in my grade book, I would just have like 6 assignments. I would call them 6 assignments, and then I see that it's either approved because I've done them already and looked
Hmm.
at them already, and the student has passed each of those 6 assignments. So, like
Hmm.
with Carla, she has completed 3 and she has met all the requirements and criteria for 3. Her fourth
Hmm.
one looks like it's in process or she's still working on it, and then she still has to complete 5 and 6. So that's what that looks like to me.
Hmm.
Um,
Awesome.
and then this column here, the in work 10, it just tells you that um, the fourth assignment, there's 10 that need to be still approved and completed.
I could scroll down a little bit.
Some of them, yeah, some of them are ready, and then those ones that are ready, I would have to look at and go through and make sure that they follow the criteria, and then I would check approved. The others that are in work, they're still trying to complete those assignments to get to ready. And then the revision, Patrick M. is under red revision, and so I've already looked at his ready work, and I haven't approved it because he needs to revise it in some way and make some kind of corrections before it says green approved by me. That's what that looks like.
Awesome.
Yeah, the third category, so far, the 52 out of 96 would be probably the standing average of how many, the percentage of the people in the class that have approved assignments that are standing right now. So 52% out of, I don't know what the 96 would be. The 96 would be out of what all the categories are, because it's still not 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then badges earned. If you go down to, is it Udhi G did all 6 of his assignments or her assignments, and they're all approved, so she gets a badge, and she's the only one. Is that right? Is that
Awesome. Yeah, I guess I forgot to say there are no right or wrong answers, but in that case, that was right.
well? I just hope
Yep.
I'm not rambling.
No, this is awesome. And again,
Okay.
I only care what you think is going on. Like, it doesn't matter what I intended it to happen because people like you are going to be the ones using this, and I'm not going to be
Right.
there, like, to hold their hand and use this. So if I'm completely off base, I want to update that. So you did mention Grade Wizard earlier, so I just wanted to kind of get more thoughts from you on what you thought would happen if you clicked that button.
So the Grade Wizard, if I clicked on Grade Wizard, then I would see actually more details on this is ready for review. I would see their work, or like in the column where they were in work ready to be reviewed and approved. I would think that would give them more detail for the ones that are, well, that would give me more detail as to what the 6 assignments are requiring.
Mm.
Right?
Okay.
So that's what I would say, because there's 6. So that would give me more detail as to what each of the 6 are.
Okay.
In work, oh, sorry.
Oh, I was going to ask if is that something that you need when you're grading, that more detail for
Well,
each
like when
assignment?
I put in each of these 6 grades, they have a name for them so that I know what the assignment is, what each of these assignments
Okay.
are. I would have to go back and say, okay, what was number 1 again?
Okay.
And what was again? So I want to be able to quickly look at it and say, okay,
I
yeah,
get
that
it.
was it. Yeah.
Definitely can
So,
do that.
okay. Now, 10, it says in work. So those are the yellows that I need to look at and then put on the ready and then approved. I don't understand what the lead motivation would be.
Okay.
So I need to click on that and hopefully find some kind of help answers, or some kind of explanation on what that means, because I don't even know what that means. So
Okay. What's your best guess?
for lead motivation,
Uh-huh.
My best guess. Leave motivation. If it's in work, gosh, I don't know. If it's in work, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That they still need to complete it. But I don't know. I wouldn't know what this leave motivation would be. That
Okay,
stumps me. Yeah.
no worries. What about this
Here,
grade of
approved.
50? Any
Yeah.
thoughts on what that is?
On this one right here, the approved, 52 out of 96.
Or just, yeah, or this right below it?
Oh, the grade assist. I think that grade assist on or off, that maybe might give me, if it's talking about numbers, the values of what 4, 5, and 6, or whatever's left to be approved is worth, so that it could add up to when everybody's done 100%. But right now it's only 52 out of 96%,
Okay.
which means that they're not all done. Only 96% are. That's the denominator, because that person down below here was finished, and so everybody else doesn't. That's not, everybody else is not done, so that makes it 96%. They're not all done, and then out of the ones that are done, approved is 52. So 90. I think that's the percentage of all the green.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
And
any
then
other
the badge.
comments on this? Oh,
What's that?
go ahead. Go ahead.
The badges earned is, that's easy to see. It'd be 16 out of 16 if all the 16 students were finished and approved. So far,
Yeah,
there's only, yeah.
nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Well,
So, any other comments on this page, or we'll move into the scenario piece?
no, that's fine. I think I'm done with this page.
Awesome. Thanks. Okay, so it's time to review Kelly's progress of lesson
Okay.
number 4. Approve or reject her assignments. So let me know what you want to click on, and I will give you the interface response.
So here, I would click on ready. She's ready for me to look at it, because her work's done. So she's ready for me to approve it, or to give any advice if it needs to be revised.
All right. Is
Right?
that right here?
Is that,
Right here?
yeah, this is better. Yeah.
All right.
Kelly, right?
When you click that button, you're presented with this screen, this kind of pop-up. So I'll
Okay.
zoom in so you can kind of read, but just know there's more below that.
Okay. Mm. Okay. So her assignment was to answer the question, and she did.
What would you
And
do next?
oh, I see. It says, please provide feedback on how this assignment was completed. Then I'd say answers are completed, or you answer each of the questions, or yeah, answers are completed. You answered with details and your personal opinion. and then I'd approve it if that's all there was for them to do in this section.
Hmm. All right, so we'll
Um,
click approve.
but
Oh, go ahead.
I would approve it. But this grade assist, I'm not sure what that button is for. Right here.
Okay, yeah, right. This, yeah. Any thoughts yet? Or we'll
Oh,
get into it a little bit more.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe um, I don't know. Maybe when I approve it, it goes in. It just shows what her average is for this individual part of it. If this is the only part of it that needs to be completed, then I would turn it on just to see what her average is. Just this one student, Kelly.
So is
I don't.
okay, and we're gonna check that out in 1 minute, but is knowing
Okay.
her like overall grade at this point helpful in um
Yeah,
giving her feedback?
yeah. So I mean, if she's been successfully answering, then she's on a roll. So I that's why I approved this because she completed answering the questions.
Is knowing like say Kelly is like a really great student, is knowing
Uh-huh.
her average grade at this point, seeing it higher, does that make you lean towards more easily approving something like this?
It does. I mean, there's always teacher bias because if you know that there's a reliable student, you know it's going to be
Consistency.
yeah, there's going to be consistency there, and it's easier to grade, faster to
Okay,
grade
cool.
actually. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool, that's cool to know. Okay, so you said you're going to approve it, so now clicking that button would bring you back
Approved.
to this page.
Okay.
Anything different on this page now?
Yeah. So this would be approved, and it's green for Kelly.
Awesome.
Good.
Cool. Okay.
So she fit 4. Yeah.
So that is the end of the first scenario. How did that go for you
That was easy.
and
Yeah.
why?
It was quick because you see the whole scheme of things. Up here, you know what you need to. You know that there's 5 that I need to look at, or yeah, 5 that I need to review. That I can't review the 10 that's in work because they're not marked ready yet, and it shows what the progress is with the 53 out of 96, and that we're moving towards getting complete like 2D.
Nice. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So
You welcome.
now, scenario number two. So it is
Okay.
time to review your entire class. And just for design purposes, I did not have enough room on the screen, but just pretend you had 60 students. I think you have at least that many, right? In real life?
Yeah. 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 Depending on the class. Yeah.
Okay, so as of today, you have to review all 60 students' work by tomorrow. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah. All the time.
So there's a new feature that we're working on for you, Auntie, and that will
Oh.
allow you to automatically review their work with a click of a button. So I would like you to turn it on and tell me how it should work. And I gave you kind of a little hint here, but um, you see where you might be able
So
to activate that.
so I would the ones that are ready I'd click on the
Okay,
blue,
this blue right here,
and
yeah.
then
Thank you.
yeah, I'd work on the ones that are ready, just like I did for Kelly. So I just
All
click
right.
on each one of the 5, and then I'd approve them or ask them to revise it.
So
Right?
so that's more manual. We've developed a way where actually the system would do it for you. And I want to go explore that piece.
Wow.
So clicking on the blue again would bring you to a similar screen like this, but I think maybe we'll need to put their name up here. I like that feedback. So instead of working on Kelly's responses, now you're working on, I think we clicked on Mandy. So it would
Okay.
still be quite the same, but this is still the manual way.
Right.
And um, I want to see if
And
you got, go ahead.
that's okay. That's what I'm used to. But if there's anything faster,
Hmm.
um, what would it be Grade Assist? Would it be
Yeah.
coming down to this?
Yeah, so
Okay.
let's go back to the other screen. That's yeah, kind of leading
Okay.
you a little bit, but I think I'm leading you because we did not make it clear what it was, and so I've taken that feedback from you, and so we will
Okay.
make the idea of it more clear. So
Okay.
turning on Grade Assist is basically what I want to try now and talk out with you. That
Okay.
sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
So how would you do that, you think?
If you turn on the Grade Assist, well, I'm still thinking manual that I would see. I'd probably click on all of these five, and then they'd show
Uh-huh.
it to me. And if there's anything that was similar to the ones hopefully that are already approved, I can just approve them. But I wouldn't know how that if that works. I mean, if that even makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Like I would bring them up individually or all at once, and if I could
Mhm.
look at them all at once, and
Mhm.
then if there's anything that the computer can tell me that if it could read it and have it similar to what I've already approved, then it'd be easy to just say approve all.
Yeah,
I don't know.
awesome. And that is actually spot on to what we want to talk about next. So
Okay.
let's turn on Grade Assist right here on this little toggle switch, and I will present the next screen to you after. So take note of the assignments that are ready for review and pretend there are a few more blue on here because I don't think I had the numbers quite lined up on the next screen. But just pretend
Okay.
there are maybe like 10 ready or something. So we'll turn Grade Assist on,
Okay.
and instantly we will see something like this.
Oh.
What
So
do you
I see auto graded, right? And the grade assist is turned on. So out of the ones that were ready, because they had similar answers or the ones that I had already approved or clicked on as approved, would that mean that it's already auto graded and then I would just check approve all? It can't be that easy.
It kind of is.
There's
Again,
no way.
there are, we're using very, very simple assignments, but
But
that is actually the intent.
I that's excellent. That would help me an awful lot. And I know that they're simple because you're probably talking about objective assignments, not like essays or anything like that. But this helps. Anything helps like this.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
cool.
See,
So,
and then look at how. how many of the badges would get earned quickly, and then I wouldn't have to. I mean, if I could grade all of these all at once, it would make it a lot faster and it would be less time. And
Okay.
I would love that.
Okay. So, Auntie,
Okay.
you have grade assist on, or the auto grade on.
Okay.
And so, as you can see, those small essays have been graded automatically. Um, but what I want you to consider is maybe um, Liz here is not actually the best student. Maybe she's been having some struggles, and you're not 100% trusting that um, the auto grade should have passed her. What is your thought process, and what would you do?
Oh, if I had doubts,
Yeah,
um, I'd click on it again.
click on
Just on the AutoGrade.
that
Yeah.
button, and what do you expect to see?
Um, what I had okayed, what I had approved.
What you had approved. So what if the computer did it automatically?
Well, then wouldn't there be some kind of button where I could go back and edit it?
Okay,
Yeah.
let's check that out. All right, so we'll pretend to click on that button.
Okay.
And we actually have two options for you. So here's the first option.
Okay. Should you agree to overdraft protection on your bank account? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Grade assist override. All the way down at the bottom where it says grade assist has approved the XP override. So I'd pick override, I guess.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what do you expect to happen when you click that button?
Something that's saying you are about to override um, the grade assist approval. Would you like to do that? And I would say yes. And then they'd give me another feedback screen, or maybe even have me see what I see, and then that's going to be in red, or mine will be in red or a different color, and so I could just override it, and then or and then it would ask me, do you wish to override with the comments that you have given, the
Okay,
edited comments? Yeah.
awesome. And say you went through with that, how do you think, I guess this one's Kelly. How do you think Kelly would feel having received a passing grade and then all of a sudden getting feedback from her teacher that actually you didn't?
Um, she'd come and ask me, what the heck is going on? So maybe she'd say, her screen would say, contact teacher or something.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, thank you. So wanted to just quickly show you the other options. So we kind of went back and forth on, doing the full automatic, for every single student, but there were some thoughts around, well, maybe you just want our algorithm to recommend the grade for each of your students, and but you still do all of the manual work. So what are your thoughts on this one in contrast?
Huh. Well, if this can automatically grade, like you said, simple homework, I'd appreciate that, because it's pretty much similar to what I do. I check, and if they have it done, I give them the points, so I pass them. I mean, I give them the whatever they merited on that assignment. So it's the same kind of thing. It's just more automatic. But um, I like if I could go back in and edit it if I needed to.
Okay. Yeah, so this one specifically would basically mean you still have to go in and approve each student
Oh,
individually. What for this specific one, how do you feel about that?
um, yeah. I always like to, like, if I make a mistake, I always like to have that option to be able to go back and edit for that one person.
Okay,
Yeah.
ability to edit. All right. Um, well, Auntie Myrna, that concludes our the scenarios. Do you have any um, general comments on just how that all went?
Yeah, it's pretty smooth, Liz. This is pretty slick. You did great work.
Thank
You
you.
and your group.
The big team, yeah.
I know. So you did great work. So I'm just going to give you the credit because you're the only one I'm talking to, and I know that you had a lot of input to this. And I just really appreciate you asking an educator, because anything that's not user friendly, if it's not easy to do, um, it people get educators get frustrated. So we want things to be pretty user friendly. So yeah,
Definitely.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Uh,
Well, and thank all the people that have been working with you too. This is great. So and let me know what happens so that if I can help you in any way to plug it or whatever, I would like to do that. So let me know.
absolutely. Absolutely. Thank
Yeah.
you.